Oh. There he is with the skateboard. I'm practicing my A minor pentatonic blues scales. I forgot them all, and now I'm practicing to learn them all again. I've been good. How you been? I look like I'm smoking dope, don't I? I've been good. Had to take a break. I got a puppy. Cool. What kind of puppy did you get? Good evening, Bengals fan. What's happening? I can't afford membership right now. I'm broke because he said it's here, but I get there again soon, I'm sure. You will. No rush, man. You know, do what you can do and only do what you can do. What's going on, Bengals? I'm just sitting here practicing my A minor pentatonic blues scales. I had them all memorized a few years back, and I haven't practiced them and I forgot them. I still know a few of them up and down the neck, but not all together, so I'm learning them all together again. I wonder if I can zoom out a little more. Yeah, there we go. A little bit bigger of a picture here. I'm trying to stop this pixelization on my phone, and it just ain't happening. I don't know what I got to do. So you guys getting the pixelization again? Quality coach time with wife. She's doing her artistry stuff. I'm chilling with you. Cool. It's pentatonic blues scales, and that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to get them back. I'm doing the first two positions. And if you notice, when I do these, the end of the first position is every note in the beginning of the second position. And that's how they connect like this. So the first position, watch my pinky finger. You notice that pinky never left the fifth fret. All 6 of them notes are the end of the first position pentatonic scale. And them are every position of the second position of the second pentatonic position of this pentatonic scale. So watch my pinky again. Oop. Now that's the first note of every note in the second position. Notice this is hitting every note that the pinky did on the first position. So now if I want to play a solo, there's 5 positions all the way up to the next harmonic, to the harmonic, which means 12 notes to the 12th fret. Man, I tell you what, this phone is just jacking with me big time. I do not know how I can fix my live stream. I do not know how I can keep from pixelizing on my live stream. So that's what I'm practicing, my positions. I got the first 2 positions down, and then I'm going to go all the way up to the 12th fret, to the 5th position. And a lot of people say the 5th position starts on the 5th fret. But in reality, that's the box. That's the what they call the pentatonic blues box, the B.B. King box. That's what he liked to play in, which starts at the 5th position. See, I can do a solo just in one position, but they all interlock so that you can move from one position to the next, doing that solo in the same notes, in the same key. Does it make sense? So when you learn the notes on the guitar, first you learn the open strings, E, the 6th string. That's always the 6th string. Never the 1 string. The bottom string is always the 1 string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that said, you got to know the notes of the open strings, which is E, A, D, G, B, and E again. You get high E on the first string, and high E on the sixth string. These are both E. Their octave would be 12 frets down the neck. E, its octave is at the 12th fret. Same note. So when you learn the guitar, you got to learn every fret on every string, what note's there. And it's not hard. Because if you know the open string, it's like this. E, you got to know that E and F are together and B and C are together. They have no sharps. So open string, E. And the notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Starts over. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So if you're starting on an E, open note E, what's next? E and F are together. E, first fret. F. F sharp. G. Right? G sharp. A. A sharp. B. There is no B sharp. C. B and C are together. As E and F are together. So you got to learn every note all the way down the string on the E string, and then you got to learn every note on the A string all the way down on the A string. And if you know the name of the string, it's easy. So it's like E, F, G, A, B and C are together. B, C, D. It starts over. Octave E. E. So the double dots mean you're starting over. That's the octave of everything before. That's why there's two dots on the 12th fret. This is an E, open E. Here's its octave, which is the low E. The high E, the bottom one. Here's an E. It's octave, 12th fret. So here's 4 E's. See? I wasn't good, just had to do it for music class. I played guitar before a long time ago. I was like in 5th grade, but I did forget a lot, so I'm learning again. Well, it's like a bike. You forget it, you get back on it, you pick it up right away. But it takes practice. I mean, everything starts coming back to you the more that you do it again repetitively. But see, what happens with people when they learn an instrument, whether it's guitar or piano or saxophone, banjo, whatever you want to learn how to play, drums, you got to keep practicing until you're at the point. And you don't have to learn theory. A lot of people play by ear. You know what I mean? They know the difference between a G note and a C sharp. But there's a ladder you got to climb when you play an instrument. Okay. Now, if it's on the theory side, you got to climb that ladder of the theory all the way up to the top. Once you get to the top, it's easy coming back down. See what I mean? Everything becomes easy. When you learn a song, it's hard to learn a song at first. But once you learn it, you're at the top of the ladder, and it's easy to come down. So then you can play with it, and you're good at it. So there's a point in any instrument learning that you get to a certain point, it's easy coming down the ladder. Everything gets easier. It gets easier. So you got to stick with it until things get easier and don't quit. Unfortunately, I got so many hobbies that I quit lots of times. You just gotta want to do it. And I've been playing the guitar for 30 years, and I never practiced enough to get tight enough to play in a band or anything like that. But I did play in jam sessions, but if I made mistakes, other players made up for it. So I'm relearning these A minor pentatonic scales. See, and each finger has its own position on the guitar neck. You know, you don't want to go. So if you look at the neck, that pinky covers every string on the 5th fret. This ring finger covers every note on the 4th fret. The middle finger covers every note on the 3rd fret, and my index finger covers every note on the 1st. So it makes it easier to fly through it and know which notes to hit and when. Once you get coordinated enough to. Oops, see, I used a third. I hit the wrong note. See, and it helps to practice intervals on the notes too. See? I didn't stick with it because I was young and didn't like it much. It happens. Well, right. When you're young, you don't know exactly what you're gonna like and what you ain't. You know, either it clicks with you in the beginning or it don't. And that's why today you see kids that are picking up a guitar at the age of 5, and by the time they're 12, they're just shredding on the guitar because they knew at 5 that's what they wanted to do. You know what I mean? And it also depends when you're young on peer pressure, what your friends want you to do versus what you want to do for yourself. You know, and that's why a lot of kids that grow up in musically gifted families or musically trained families stick with the guitar more or any instrument more because they're being taught that principles by their parents. You know, you got to stay with it. Learn the shit first and then go out and play with your friends. You know what I mean? You got plenty of time to play in the day with your friends. Just practice an hour, 2 hours a day on a guitar and then go out and play with your friends. It's like my mom, when she was a kid, she had to practice piano 2 hours every day. Every day she had to play the piano 2 hours every day. You know? I'm still yet trying to get my mom to teach me the piano before she passes away. I did take piano lessons and it didn't click with me, and I didn't take it anymore. And now I want to learn how to play piano. But if you could play the guitar, you could play the piano. And if you could play the piano, you could play the guitar because the notes are the same on the piano as they are on the guitar neck, if that makes sense. It's kind of complicated, but the guitar and piano are more closely related than any other instrument when it comes to notes and how they're played out on each other. Couldn't take the guitar out of school. I hear it. Start playing. I'm practicing, Jeff. And for once in my life, finally, at the age of 60, I want to get good at theory. So I practice probably about 2 hours every day now, just on theory. I don't go off in scale tangents. See, I practice my theory first, and then I got things I like to do. I like to spend an hour on theory that I'm starting now. I'm starting theory. I'm just now starting to learn theory. I've always had a concept of it, but never actually started practicing it. So now I'm finally starting to practice theory. I'll do that for an hour, and then I'll go over my scales for an hour, sometimes 2 hours, because the scales are related with soloing. You know what I mean? All your solos are rooted around the key that you're in at any scale position on the neck. So I'll find myself playing more on the scales in practice. It would make sense. And then after about 3 hours of doing that, then I'll go work on a song or two that I've learned. Crazy. That's how it goes. I do other things, but I don't do them enough to count it as a hobby. Well, you know what? There ain't too many people here right now skateboard because everybody's on EDC's, what is it? Saturday Night Life EDC right now. So I don't know when he's over. Probably about 1 in the morning. Oh. See why it's important there? For your fingers to have the whole fret to itself. So when I'm playing this Crazy Train beginning right here, see that? First, second, third, fourth. It makes it easier to play the song. Because you don't want to go. See what I mean? It's hard to cross over. So every finger has its position. It covers the whole fret. Like when you're playing the scales in the pentatonic blues positions. Oop. See what I mean? Yeah, I mean you're not moving your wrist. You keep that wrist locked. It plays these 5 frets. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and you can go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But here in this case, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. They got their own area all the way down the neck. And that's what makes it a lot smoother, more fluent, and what makes the song. You don't want your fingers going back and forth trying to play. You know, keep your hands still. My thumb's locked. you the chords. Yeah. You the only one here? How many people's watching right now? I don't expect many people to be in here because of the other lives. Cliff, what's up? Sup, Scrubs? Who'd you call Scrubs? Skateboard? What we got here? One watching now. Oh, man, that's terrible. Huh? G-Man, what's up, bro? What's going on? I'm just practicing my 5 positions of the pentatonic seal. Now, sometimes I'll switch when I come into here, I'm used to doing this. Instead of using this finger, sometimes I'll switch over. I'll move my index finger down one. See that? And it's kind of a bad habit to get into, but I'm used to doing it. Here's what I should be doing. Like I said, oh. Every finger's got the whole fret. But that's okay if you do that. You just got to remember, you know, when you're going back into the scale, come back with that lead finger again. And I'm used to doing that, so I can do it. Yeah, okay. I'll play Saturday Night. Never heard of the fucking song in my life. I'm not here to play songs. I'm just practicing while I'm bullshitting with everybody. What's up, Paul? You guys ate on Saturday. You guys got your screen split for Saturday Knife Life? Hit the wrong note there. See, that's just it. There's 5 positions, and the end of one position, whatever notes this pinky finger hits is the beginning of notes of the next position. So if you see this again, like 1, 2, 3, 4, watch my pinky. These fingers were playing different notes, but in different frets. But this pinky, in its first blues, A minor pentatonic blues position, the pinky plays in the same fret all the way down. So that's the beginning of the next position. So my index finger will play every one of these notes again for the next position. So watch my pinky and then watch my index when I move over to the second position. Oop. Watch my fingerprint. See, this is playing the same. That the end of the first position is always the start of the second position. The end of the second position is the notes that start the beginning of the third position, all the way up to the 12th fret. It's how that they connect that you're able to do a solo starting here, working your way all the way up to the neck, and stay in key because you're playing the same notes that you did here, 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 and here. But you're switching in between them. So if I'm playing a solo, and I want to start out down here in the lowest position, and I want to slide all the way to the 12th. See, I can go from one position all the way up to the 12th fret for the 5th position. See? So if I want to play a solo in all the positions, that's wrong. I keep hitting the wrong note. It's complex. It just every position connects to each position. So when you're playing a solo, you can play the same notes in every position all the way up to the neck. So it all flows all the way to the end of the guitar. Playing Saturday Night by the Misfits. No, not playing it. Don't know it. Sorry. I played the Stray Cats before I played the Misfits. Man. Plus, all the notes are so close together. Oh, yeah, I mean, well, in the pentatonic blues scales, there's 5 positions and only 5 notes in the scale. A lot of your major scales have 7 notes, but the blues pentatonic only has 5. And That's the pentatonic A minor. The A minor blues pentatonic scales are the ones that are used the most by blues players and heavy metal players, rock and roll players. They're very intertwined with in the music. I mean, you could play something bluesy. You could play something bluesy in the A minor pentatonic. Wait, let me see here. Hold on. Then you can go to the heavy metal and the same thing. Back to blues. Let me see. What am I trying to do here? I don't have this thing set on a blues tone. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just practicing these two positions, and I'm going to work on the third one here in a second. I got to get all 5 of these positions. I got to relearn all 5 of these positions. Skate, Metallica. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I started learning Master of Puppets, and I don't even know how it begins anymore. I got to bring it back up on here. But I'll catch on real quick to it. Let me bring up Master of Puppets. I want to remember how the beginning of that goes again. I always start to get good at it, man. Up to the solo. And man, is it a fast song to learn. Let me see here. Ah, I can see here what the beginning goes like. Hold on, it's coming back to me. I I used to do all this, man. Now watch, they're gonna fucking ban me from having my live open to the public after this because of this music.
Hey guys, it's carve, the whole thing. So we're going to start here with this intro, which is going to be a great workout for your fast muted downstrokes. So if you're not good at them, this will make you good. We're going to start here, standard tuning.
I can't remember this part here.
So it's going to be a lot of open E, low E string with muted downstrokes. So everything with the downstroke here. So 2 hits on the open E, then the 12th fret. 2 more hits, and then the 11th fret. Then 2 more hits. So we have this. Then we're gonna play that 10, 9, 8. So when they open this song, then they play those 3 power chords. Alright, so that's just kind of those are in the
Coming back to me.
riff, so I kind of wanted to wait to show you.
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, but I don't wake my wife up.
10, 9, 8. Then we go into that riff. Then those 3 riffs show up again, those 3 chords. Now we continue down to 7. Alright, so it's continuing this thing we were doing here, but now you're gonna do 7, 6, 5. So we have. Alright, so there was 2 hits between each of those 3. So between 7, 6, and 5, 2 low, the open E. And then it starts with this once. So then we start hitting it once when we go 4. It just goes chromatically 4 with the 1 hit before, then 1 hit before the 3, then 1 hit before the 2, and then you just go straight 2 to 1. All together. Alright, so that next riff coming out of that is the one that sounds like this. Alright, so more downstrokes. This one's a little bit easier to play though, since all the downstrokes aren't just on one string, they're cross strings, so you're kind of picking in the direction. I'll show you what I mean. It goes, every single time you're going to be doing this low open E to the 1st fret on the low E. And then playing a note on the 5th string. In this case, the first one's going to be the 2nd fret here. So what makes that easier is that the 2nd downstroke is almost like 1 stroke to hit both of these You don't have to come back and hit the 6th string again. You're already at the next string you're going to hit, which is the 5th string.
I'm gonna go to bed. Peace out. All right, skateboarder man. God bless you, brother.
Right, so
Thanks for coming in, man.
First, and then we have this.
Didn't mean to bore you.
So we have just that 0, 1 to 2 on the 5th string, then the 0, 1 to 3 on the 5th, 0, 1 to 4 on the 5th, 0, 1 back to 3. So we have this. And then after the last 0, 1, we're back to the 2, but this time we're going to do a.
You didn't bore me. My eyes are just stinging. All right, man. Good night, brother. Peace. Oh, man. You know, I've learned all this, and why can't you just, like, pick it up right away?
Quick down up on it. Alright, one more time.
Yeah, got it. Oh, that's funny. Oh, coming along.
Alright, so now starting over, we go to the 2, 3, then to 0, 1, but instead of going to the 4 here, we're going to jump up here to the power chord at the 3rd fret and pick it, slide down to the 2nd fret, then the low E open, so we have to do that again, and then one more time with a slide without the open E after it, so we have this. All together. Start again. Alright, so you kind of do the same
Damn.
The 2nd fret twice with a down up, it just hit the full power chord.
It's coming back to me.
So let me just play all the way up to this point so you can just know you can follow along. I'll kind of do it at a little moderate tempo.
Oh, I see what he's doing. Yeah, how's that, Paul?
The same way we did it before. So we're continuing just...
What up, Leon? Now the trick is to get this fast like they're doing. You know what I mean? That's, whoo, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I got it. Oh yeah. All right. Nice. Does it sound like Metallica, Paul? Am I getting there? Am I wasting my time? Now you can imagine that whole song, you know, in like fucking eighth time all the way through, man. It just fucking tears your wrist up. You got to give respect to Metallica for. I mean, they've been playing them songs so long, though it's easy for them. Well, that's what I got to keep practicing right there. If I get that sustain with that pick, they were no, well, actually not. James Hetfield never smoked dope in his life. He was about a, he was a whiskey drinker. He was an old he's an old Irishman. Well, old. He's the same age as me. I think he's 63 now. I'll be 61 this year. But yeah, James Hetfield, he had his problems with alcohol. Went through a divorce or two, I think. Maybe I think just one big divorce because it was alcoholic problems. But he was an Irishman, whiskey drinker. You know that song that he redid, "Whiskey in a Bottle." That's an old Dubliner song from Ireland. And a couple of songs he does is Irish songs, if you paid attention at all. And whiskey in a jar is a Dubliner song from Ireland, and he redid it. And you can still listen to the Dubliners play that song. I got it in my truck, the greatest Irish hits. But he was a big whiskey drinker, like the rest of the Irishmen. He was always drunk playing. See why it's important that each finger gets its own fret? Can you imagine doing this like this? It doesn't work. You got to do every finger gets its own fret. It's like the Metallica, like the Ozzy song. But that's the right one. I keep missing it. This is the time that they do it in, too. Miss me a lot. Wish I still could play that. Miss me a lot. I hear you, brother. I miss playing. That's why I'm picking up my guitar again and starting to spend more time with it. I mean, one time I started getting really good, and then I just quit, and then everything went away, and now I got to practice it all back up again. But I had this song down all the way to the solo, and then I quit. Never learned the solo. I just quit. And that's why it's coming back to me so easy. I'm not there yet. I know I'm not. I'm practicing it, but I'm just showing. I'm re-practicing this song. I'm not nowhere near good enough to play it in timing or out of timing. I just got to relearn the song again, and then get my timing down, learn the solo, and then just play it. But I haven't got to that point yet. Okay, what's next here?
Now this last time I'm going through it, you're gonna do that little slide, power chord slide thing twice as long. So that's one time, and then again.
So in the end, you got to do that twice. That's it. Close, but getting there. Ah.
All right, so all together, really slow.
Oh, I see what he's doing. He's only throwing that in once.
All right, now we have this little fill that takes us into the verse riff. All right, so that's just the low E string open with the 7th fret on the A to the 8th fret on the D. Just 3 downstrokes across those strings.
What?
And last one, you just kind of hold that little harmonic on that 8th fret there on the D. Just 3 downstrokes across those strings. And last one, you just kind of hold that little harmonic on that 8th fret there on the.
What is he doing there? The harmonic.
String. So you did that 5 times. A to the 8th fret on the D. Just 3 downstrokes across those strings. that last one, you just kind of hold that.
See you in the next one, Leon. Thanks, brother. God bless you. Harmonic. Got it. Ride the light ball. Yeah. What do you want, kitty? Kitty wants to go out. Come on. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Let's go. Let's cross and go. Come on. Monkeys, get your asses out there. You gonna stay or you gonna come back in? Huh? Kitty, kitty. What do you want to do? Bye-bye. Huh? Come on, Mama. Come on. You come in? What are you doing? Ball play. All right. Oh, so how's everybody's weekend going so far? You guys, having a good weekend? All right, I wanted to tell everybody that's here. Leon will probably catch on. I don't know if he's still here yet. I'm gonna post tomorrow night. My Sunday fun day is gonna be postponed to Monday. I was gonna do it tonight, but I changed my mind because the wife wanted me to stay upstairs and watch a movie with her. So I did. So it's my members and my subscribers both giveaway tomorrow, but I'm not doing it tomorrow. I'm doing it Monday because tomorrow I'm going to the George Thorogood concert and I'll be there all night. And I might go live at the George Thorogood concert, so be watching out. It'll be a random live. It's the George Thorogood Badass Tour, and Robert Cray's opening up for him. So I'm not going to miss it. And that's 15 minutes from my house. Did you catch that, Paul and Cliff? Who else is here? One watching now. Started streaming less than 1 minute ago. Oh, really? I gotta update this thing. I know there's more than one watching. Oh, what do we got? 11 watching now. Okay, that makes more sense. You guys are all watching that other live stream. Is he giving something away tonight, Paul? Saturday Night Live? Oh, can you hear me, Paul? Cliff and Paul, are you still here? Who's crying now? Come on. Oh. Cliff and Paul, are you still here? Are you lurking and watching the other lives? What the hell was I going to say? I was going to say something. I don't remember what it was. Well, I guess they disappeared on me. What the heck was I going to say? I don't know. Oh, I know what I was going to say. But they're not here. I'm going to have to bring up this other live stream. Saturday Night Live. G-Ball Vision. He's live right now? I'll be damned. Good night, G-Ballers. That's over with. Hey, that was earlier today. Man, my pixelization went away. That's nice. Oh, Saturday Night Life. I know he's live. Where the hell is his live? Live. G-Ball Vision Visual? No, good night, G-Ballers. Good night, G-Ballers. Ah.
Hey everybody, welcome to Saturday Night Live. Hopefully you guys are doing well this weekend. We, Nelly and I, of course, are. We are visiting gigs, getting a little
He ain't live anymore.
so yes, we are having a very
DH, what's up?
weekend. Let's see, who do we have in the chat? Oh my goodness, we have Gold Cardinal member Top Dog.
Big Red EDC ain't live anymore. Okay.
Long Prime Channel member Ralph Robertson, member of the brigade, Gold Cardinal member Stacy Bolster Blade, the Admiral of Paper Tiger, what's going on? Hello, Robert Jones, member of the brigade. Hello, NFK 20, what's going on? Timbo is here. Gold Cardinal member Greg Maroney and Steppy Dog. Gold Cardinal.
You know what? I feel like carving something. All right, well, he's not live anymore, so I'm going to take him off.
Member of the brigade. Hello, hello.
He's in a hotel. I wonder where the hell he's at. Still down there at Blade Show, Texas, probably. Okay, what do we got here? How many watchers we got? Eleven watching now. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Come on, Kiki. Let's go. Hey. You wanna go outside? Kiki? Come on. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go get me a chunk of wood. Be right back. Okay, all right. Still with me, CH? DH, I'm sorry. Man, I gotta get this fucking heater over here. I'm cold for some reason. All right, turn my guitar off. Oh, shit. All right, split this wood here. That would hurt. Okay. All right. Y'all still with me? Oop. Okay. What do I want to do here now?
We're carving a simple bear out of a 1 by 1 by 3-inch piece of wood. The easiest mistake you can make on this project is making the head too big, because that'll leave too little room for the lower limbs, which is why we're going to start from the legs and then move on to the head later on. So the lower limbs are going to take about 1/3 of the entire
Okay,
length,
1 by 1.
which is what I marked
Yeah,
here.
hold on.
And the first thing we're going to
All right. Oh, man. Alright, I gotta get this to the side. I need it. We'll get something to draw with. Come on, man. Let me know when somebody's here. Everybody's sleeping. I'm telling you what. Is anybody here? I'm still here, Paul. I won a knife tonight, Paul. Boomer Blades. Oh, hell, what was that knife I won from Boomer? God, I can't remember the name of it now. It's a big one. It's got a Warncliffe. It's a big blade. I want to say concept, but it's not a concept, man. I can't remember the name of the knife. But I got that and a slip with it, a big slip. One of his friends made the slip. But it's a modern folder. And he gave it away with a slip. And guess who was on that live? He was a guest on the live. Arizona EDC, Louis. I actually won twice in a row. Louis was giving something away right after Boomer. And I guessed his number too. And he made a rule. If you won once already, you can't win a second time. I guessed his number. So technically I won twice in a row. But Louis was being cocky, as Louis always is, and made up a rule that I couldn't win a second time on somebody else's live, right? One guy goes, let's not get this going. And I said, oh, I ain't got nothing to say to Louis. Tim Wright, what's up, brother? I'm squaring this block off first before I start so I can lay it out. I believe he said 1 by 1 inch piece of wood. I got to get it square first. Close to square. I decided I'm just going to carve something. I haven't carved nothing in a while. That's a pretty grain on there, ain't it? It's kind of like a tiger stripe. It's basswood. Okay, I think that's pretty good. It ain't perfectly square, but it's square enough for what I'm doing. And I think it's got to be 3 inches long. I gotta check here.
So the lower limbs are going to take, because that'll leave too little room for the lower.
All right.
Today we're carving a simple bear out of
1 by 1 by 3 inch piece of wood. One, two, three. Let me go cut this real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. All right.
by 1 by 3 inch piece of wood. The easiest mistake you can make on this project is making the head too big, because that'll leave too little room for the lower limbs, which is why we're going to start from the legs and then move on to the head later on. So the lower limbs are going to take about 1/3 of the entire length of the block, which is what I marked here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make 2 V-cuts that are about 1 inch wide. So starting from the middle here, ending over here 1/2 inch from the bottom, and then the cut should be about 1.
What the hell? Okay.
An inch deep, like that. The same on the other side. It's with sweeping cuts, inch from the bottom, and then the cut should be about 1/3 of an inch deep, like that. The same on the other side. Like that. Like that. Next we're going to take away like that.
Looking at this. Okay.
Next we're going to take away this edge from these two bottom thirds, and this is going to be the front, so I'm going to leave this bit where the head is going to be. You can go a little bit over the line, it doesn't matter at all. Like that, and then the back side here, we're going to remove the entire edge. We're going to make this round. Like that. So we have a round surface here, somewhat of a flat surface here, and then a little bit of this round. Like that. So we have a round surface.
This just doesn't seem like it's square.
Somewhat of a flat surface here, and then a little bit of extra room over here. Next, we're going to create an inside curve over here to separate
What in the
legs
hell?
from each other. It can be a pretty tight curve.
You've been
because we
splitting
wanna
wood,
have a
cool.
little bit of extra wood over here. And on the back side here, we're going to remove the entire edge. We're going to make this round.
I'm trying to follow what this guy is doing. I'm carving something he's carving. You'll see what I'm carving here, and it'll start coming together. If I do it right. It just looks like it's out of square. Wow. I'll just live with that. I can adjust it as I go.
Like that.
Splitting firewood all day, huh,
Surface
Cliff?
here, somewhat of a flat surface here, and then a little bit of extra room over here. Next, we're going to create an inside curve over here to separate the legs from each other. It can be a pretty tight curve because we want to have a little bit of extra wood over here so that we can get the shape of the legs and the paws right. But we're not going to do that yet, so we want to leave a bit of extra wood and make this kind of a tight curve that goes about 1/2 inch up from the bottom here. This is most likely going to be a slightly awkward place to cut due to the grain of the wood, but sliding the cuts like this can help a lot. So I'm not just pressing the blade directly into the wood like this, but I'm sliding it forward. That's good enough for now. There's really no...
Okay. So he wants me to take out that. Man, this fucking thing just doesn't seem like it's square. over an inch. Man. That does now. Okay, there. There. Round it over here. Okay, now. Come on, cut towards your body, not your body. Towards your buddy, not your body. Right, okay. So I got to now this is only 1 inch by 1 inch by 3 inches, so I ain't got much room to play here.
For us to make this any better, because we're gonna slim the leg.
All right, I'm cutting out in between the animal's legs.
this way, and that'll make this area a lot more narrow. And that means that there's no point in finishing this shape at the moment when there's so much unnecessary wood. Okay, next we're going to define the shape of the paws a little bit. So these two ones that the bear is standing on, they're going to be something like this. A little bit wider on the front, a little bit narrower on the back, and slightly pointing outward. That's good. Wider on the front, something like this. A little bit so these two ones that the bear is standing on, they're going to be something like this. A little bit wider on the front, a little bit narrower on the back, and slightly pointing outward. That's good. And now we can change the shape of the wood to match the paws. A little bit narrower on the back and slightly pointing outward. That's good. And now we can change the shape of the wood to match the paws. Like that. And then we can separate the paws from the rest of the leg with a few stops.
Okay. I'm doing the legs of the animal to the paws. I hope I'm following this guy right, or it'll be a mess. Now, where's he making the paws at? In the front or the back?
Cuts. Paws.
Okay, he's carving an animal, not a plug. You're fucking sick, you know that? I know you need a plug, don't you? I'll carve you a plug if you want one, Jason.
That. And then we can separate the paws from the rest of the leg with a few stop cuts. like that. And then we can separate the paws from the rest of the leg with a few stop cuts. We can slim this entire bottom third down a little bit, like that.
All right, I need a smoke break. Warm tushy though. Speaking of toilet seats, I looked at one the other day. It was like 200 heated, had a nightlight. Oh, there you go. That's all you need, man. You'd be all set then. You all set, brother?
And now that there's much less wood this way, it's a lot easier to continue refining this area between the legs.
Oh yeah, okay. A lot less wood, he says. Uh-huh.
Much easier to reach. This works pretty well, making these sweeping cuts with the very tip of the blade. That's pretty good. Next we're going to make a very basic shape for the front limbs, because we don't want to touch this area, the hind limbs, before we have some idea of where the front limbs are going to be. And for that, we're going to take down this sharp edge, make it a bit more round, the same on the other side. And now we're going to sketch the ends of the paws. So the paws are going to be on this line that marks the bottom third of the bear. That, and like that. And that's it for now. This going to sketch the ends of the paws. So the paws are going to be on this line that marks the bottom third. Of the bear, like that, and like that. And that's it.
I plugged my phone in. I was at 100% when I started. 39. Damn. Goes fast. Why is that like that? I did something wrong.
And now we're going to sketch the ends of the paws. So the paws are going to be on this line that marks the bottom third of the bear, like that, and like that.
What in the hell?
And that's it for now. This is the only thing we're going to carve at this point. So we can just make some stop cuts. To get the end of the paw showing. The same over here. That's good enough for now. And now we can define the lower limbs a little bit better. So we want there to a nice curvature that ends about here where these paws begin. Something like this. Here I'm just moving this curve a little bit further up, because it should be about half an inch deep, so it should take half of this bottom third. This is going to help us with the remaining proportion.
Anybody know what I'm making yet? Say it was in a hunting accident, right? Yeah, practice is the only way, really. The more you get the concept of what the bear looks like in your head by doing this, you can, there's different positions of a bear too that you got to learn. I mean, depending on what you want. If you just want a bear head on the stick, end of the stick, or the whole bear, standing up or walking in a perpendicular direction, it's up to you. But it's just all practice, man. The more you do it, the more you understand the shape of the bear. And I'm going off of a video of this guy doing this one right now on YouTube. Just type in bear on YouTube, how to carve a bear. You got the 10-year-olds coming in here, huh, Paul? Mommy and Daddy said they could stay up late tonight.
So just need to take care of this before moving on. And again, working with the tip of the blade allows me to make tighter sweeping cuts. That's pretty good. Next we're going to make a very basic shape for the head. And for that, we're going to make this edge a little bit flatter, like that. And then it's time to slim this down a bit. So I can make these two curves over here. it's better to leave too much wood than too little because you can always remove it. Just sketching something that would be pretty close to the final thickness of the head. That takes a little bit more than half of this wood this way. And then just a few sweeping cuts like that.
I'm trying. Oh, it was a Hogue Deca I won, Paul. A Hogue Deca. And he threw in a slip, a king size slip to put it in. Hogue Deca. Is that a good knife or what? I don't know. I'm not big on the modern knives like you. Would you like to win a Hogue Deca if you did? It's a big boy. It's got a big old Warncliffe on it. No, it's not leaking yet. Cool. I got it coming in. I think it's like ODE green. He had a purple one too. I wanted a purple one, but oh well. If I got that, then brown sugar'd want it. Ah, that's funny. Starting to shape the head now.
I like that.
This is the same guy I did the rabbit for my wife.
Just a little bit higher than the half.
I'll go get the rabbit here in a minute.
Of this first inch. I'd say about 2/5 of this space from the top. Then we can make this point furthest away point over here on the front by making various different cuts. Then half of this wood this way. And then just a few sweeping cuts like that. And like that. The tip of the snout is going to be just a little bit higher than the halfway point of this first. Inch. I'd say about 2/5 of this space from the top. Then we can make this point furthest away point over here on the front by making very different cuts. Just a little bit higher than the halfway point of this first inch. I'd say about 2/5 of this space from the top. Then we can make this point furthest away point over here on the front by making various different cuts. Over here we can remove some of the wood from below the snout by creating a V-cut over here on the line of the top 1/3. Now we can see that a very basic side profile is starting to appear. I'm turning this side of the V-cut into a nice inside curve like this with
A wooden pickle. Oh yeah, that's a wooden pickle.
sweeping
Sure looks like one to me.
like that. We can continue this neckline over here to the sides. Over here it shouldn't be at the 1/3 mark, it should be slightly higher. So we can make the V-cut slanted like this. And now we're going to define the basic shape of the ears. So we're just going to make a gap over here. To begin with, it can be about 1/3 of the thickness this way. We're going to slim it down later. So now, with a few sweeping cuts like this, we get it going.
So far, so good. Yeah, it's getting there. I'm trying to keep it the shape he's doing. It makes it look so easy.
Something like that. Before we take this thickness down, with a few sweeping cuts like this, get it going. Something like that. Before we take this thickness down, we need to have a decent shape for the face. We need to make the snout a lot more pointy, and that can be done with a few sweeping cuts. We're going to start it from the sides. And then we're going to go pretty much all around the snout. But then on the top here, the sweeping cut should be very, very tight. Now we're starting to see the basic shape of the front of the... Now we're starting to see the
So far, so good.
shape of the front of the head, which then makes it easier to define the front of the ears. So we can move these ears back a little bit with a few sweeping cuts, and then we can define them better with a few stop cuts. And you don't want the angle to be horizontal like this. Instead, an angle like this is better, because then we get some of that roundness of the head.
Wow. This thing is tiny. Starting to look like a bear.
Like that.
This is soft wood, man, and it's challenging to get this smooth in some of these cross grain cuts.
And we can make everything on the front of the face just a little bit rounder. So I'm removing some of these sharp edges with very small and shallow cuts. And now we can make the ears. Some of these sharp
Ground fog, what up, brother? I'm making a Kodiak bird.
with very small and shallow cuts. And now we can make the ears smaller too, and they need to be further away from each other, so we're going to remove wood from the middle. And now these cuts can start to be more like stop cuts or V cuts, because that'll give us that nice sharp inside corner between the head and the ears. And then we can do a similar thing on the outside, so the ears are not straight up like this. With a few V-cuts, we can again make the head rounder. And
Ah. God damn it.
create a more distinct separation between the head and the ears. And the shape of the ears can be pretty round looking from the front, something like this. Now we can take off some of this extra wood from the back of the head and the ears. Once it starts to look somewhat proportionate, you can leave it at that. You can refine it later. And then we can take some of this thickness down too. The thickest part of the middle of the body shouldn't be this high, it should be lower, over here. The elbows are. So in the very middle of the entire bear, around here, is where the thickest part is going to be. as you can see, I'm slimming down the entire head too to make it more proportionate. And if you don't have any idea of the proportion of a bear, I suggest looking at some online images. This part of the project is starting to get a little bit more difficult because you're going to have to keep an eye on multiple different shapes all at once. But here are the most important ones. So I'm making sweeping cuts over here, kind of like on the front in an angle like this, to create a little bit of that front limb shape. Even with these few sweeping cuts, you can already kind of see the shape of these two limbs. And there's a separation between them and the body. And another feature
You guys still with me?
You guys still with me?
Oh, I turned my volume down.
Here on the back, it should be
turn my volume
pretty
down.
narrow this way. So I'm taking away this wood over here from the sides. But leaving this bump over here. A good thing to keep in mind with the shape of the front limbs is that by making these sweeping cuts, you should be able to move place of the shoulder further back, not quite in the middle, but pretty close to the middle this way, so that the limbs are not just hanging on the front over here. Next we can create the edges of the front limbs with V-cuts. So with the tip of the blade, we can make these curved V-cuts. And after that, we can remove some of this unnecessary mass from the middle. Then we can do a similar thing on the back side. And now there's just one more thing left to do, and that is the tail. Just something like this, small curve, and then we can carve it with a
under the stairs. It fucking reeks right there. We didn't give you your medicine.
Oh man.
Look at you. What if they're peeing under the stairs? It smells terrible. You go night night. Yeah. You go night night. You shouldn't have it. Yeah. What are you doing under the stairs, Sam? Are you peeing under there? Better not be, because I can't crawl under there and clean it. You can go to bed now.
Hi, Kim Posset. He's like, whatever.
Patches, go.
Paul said hi.
Hello. Go, Patches, go.
Cut his little tail in. There's too much bulk down here still.
Like that. Those are all the basic features of.
Yeah, there's a little more out of here. I don't know. I got a big dent right here, man. I don't know how that happened. Going to bed, Paul? All right, good night, man. Brian Larson, what up, bro? God bless you, Paul. Be safe, man. Okay. Oh, shit.
Now's a good time to do a little bit of cleanup. So if you want, you can remove some sharp edges, make some of the features a little bit smoother, maybe make some adjustments on the different proportions if needed. But other than that, that's it for the project.
That's pretty much it, he says, for the project. Oh, I wish you had a picture of it.
We're making a simple 1x1 inch hedgehog and a higher to make the head a little bit larger.
So I just finished it up the best I want to. 7 people watching. Okay. Stands up. Smokey the Bear. Oh, that's funny. Done deal. Whoever's looking, I'm going to bed. This is the end of my live stream. Nobody's talking, so thanks for watching. And I might carve another one off a camera. Other than that, touch her up with a little sanding and paint it up. That'll do it. Later.